We're at the motocross track in Everett, Washington, and at the Evergreen speedway at the fair. It's pretty sweet. That dude on that KTM really knows how to ride. He's going around the turn right now. You can see him. They just watered the track, but it's already getting dusty again. That guy's got dual Yoshimiras on the back. And the KTM that I told you about has a Pro Circuit shorty. It's a chick riding that thing. Did pretty good though. Man, that guy cruises. About 5:30 at night right now. Not too late. Dang, that Pro Yoshimura sounds so good. That dual Yoshimura. You could probably still see that freaking KTM guy. This other guy on this Suzuki RMZ 450 is pretty good too. I don't really know where he went. Earlier there were like all 2 strokes, now most of them are 4 strokes. It's kind of a mix. There's the RMZ guy. He doesn't go that fast, but I like his bike. It's probably only like 13, maybe 14, I don't know. He looks pretty young. Just a minute ago he couldn't start his bike. I was down there, I did take my bike here. Actually, yesterday. But I rode this track with my bike. That bike sounds so good. But I rode this track with my bike yesterday, and it was fun. I didn't do like crazy stuff like these guys are doing. I was probably going these guys' speed, but on the whoops over there near the ambulance, I didn't jump those because I didn't want to screw up my bike. But I've been watching this for about an hour now, and I saw a guy earlier who had a, I don't know, probably like an 79 or so MX 175. That guy on that YZ was going fast, but I think his bike isn't running right. But yeah, he had an old MX 175, which is enduro. My bike had an enduro, or my bike, they had the MX 100s as enduros in the 70s, but not the 80s like my bike. Figured it out, it's not an 85. I looked on the VIN number, it's an 83. So, but I rode this track, it was really fun. My bike held up great, but I still need to fix a couple things on it. Like, it really needs a front tire. I had no grip on this stuff. Even though how wet it is, like they've been watering it all day, probably once every half an hour, 40 minutes or so, but depending on how wet it is, my bike has no grip. I want to try to get a Dunlop front tire The MX-32 Dunlop on the back though is perfect. Like, it just goes and goes and goes. Like, usually the roads I ride they're just dirt, but they're packed down. And sometimes I do some pebble riding, and ooh, that guy's back tire just locked up. Sometimes I ride on like gravel roads or whatever. That guy's also got a Yoshimura, but it's just a single. My opinion, I don't really like Yoshimura. Just go with FMF. Or for two-stroke pro circuit. But anyway, I ride packed down roads. So the tire kind of mediumly grips. Like, it doesn't grip bad, but it doesn't grip good. But on this stuff, it's like potting soil, and it's like amazing. During the turns, you don't even barely have to turn, just lean a little bit and the bike will do the work. My bike would be perfect for just cruising this if I had a good front tire. There's a guy on a little KLX 110 pit bike. And a guy on a Honda CRF 50 pit bike. They were racing on this stuff. And the one guy dumped it over and like 3 times, and all it did was kind of screw up his grips. It was pretty funny. I was watching from down there, but they told me to get off the track, like the racetrack, the road right there, because I'm at a speedway, so there's also the racetrack. They had supermoto drifting competitions earlier, which was pretty freaking cool. But yeah, this was just a little, they've been doing this since about 3, it's about 5:30 now, 5:45 now. This guy got the water truck going again. That's good. Hopefully I could use that now, because they've just been using a tractor with a little water hose on the back, and it's been taking like a half hour just to water the freaking track. I think I've watched them watering the track more than I've ever actually watched riding. But if you guys are ever over here, like my good friend on YouTube, Cameron Nielma or whatever, but he lives in Spokane too, and he's battling cancer, so go to his website, and even if it's just $1, just donate a little bit to him. So he's been here too. It's pretty sweet, so go ahead and check him out. Everyone's, I think, getting off the track now so they can water it again. Oh no, never mind. They've also, way over there, I'll zoom in a little, way over there, where that big black trailer is, have a pit bike track over there I rode earlier. I mean, it's kind of boring, but it's fun too. But most of the people are leaving the track except for the orange guy. But they'll be back around 8. They have these lights, and I might even go for a ride then, but I don't want to screw up my bike too bad, because it's old. It's old. I trust it, and it's American made, and back then they built stuff good, but I don't want to risk it. It was a $550 bike, which is not bad. Definitely not bad. That guy on that little RM80, pretty fun. Or RM85, the newer ones. This guy on that had a straight piped freaking RM125 earlier, and it was like, it was amazing, and he let me ride it, but it was so loud. So loud. Like, even when you're on the bike, it sounded like you're a nice little 140 right there. 140 KLX. But even when you were on the bike, it was just like you're riding a, I don't know, like someone had their exhaust straight in your ear. Like, it wasn't good. Fun to ride, but I rode rode 3 bikes that weren't mine today. And you don't have to sign up for this track or anything. It's just, they have a sign up front of the fairgrounds that said motocross practice. You come, I think, pay $5 or $10 for a day. And a day is 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. But of course, I'm staying in my trailer back there. You can't see it because that's the trailer area back there though. So it does kind of get annoying when you're here riding all the time, but I'm a dirt biker, so I can't really complain about that because I've done it. But I rode my bike, which is not including the other 3. I rode a YZ, no, not a KX 250 2-stroke. It was really fun. I've rode those before. They're really fun. Anything above that 2-stroke though, for me, is a little much. Alright. Yeah, dang. But I rode that. I rode the RM 125 2-stroke. And I rode a RMZ 450. And kind of gave up on it because it wasn't a piece of crap, but it wasn't running completely right. And it was a little bit much for this track. Like, if you don't know how to ride track and 4-strokes, it was a little bit too much for this track, so I stick with the 2-strokes. My bike, if it was a 125 or 175, it would be perfect. There's the pit bike guy with the CRF something. It's not a 50, but it's something like that, a 70 4-stroke pit bike. He'll come around again. I won't make this video ridiculously long, but I know a lot of people absolutely love Hondas, but I'm not a Honda guy. I'll ride it, and I'll own Hondas if it's the last resort. If I can't find anything else, I'll get a Honda. But really, what I like Yamaha first, Kawasaki, and Suzuki, sorta. More just Yamaha and Kawasaki. I really love there's the RMZ 450 guy again. I really love the Kawasaki KX200s, or KX250s I mean. And the Yamaha YZ 125s are fun. There's a pit bike guy is crazy, dude. He's going around those, he's jumping pretty high on a pit bike. That one wasn't, but maybe I can get this angle over here. Watch this. Like, that's a pretty high jump for a pit bike. Dang, where the heck did that? Alright, sorry about this excess noise, if you can even hear it. It's this stupid trailer. This stupid trailer right here. It's a refrigerator trailer, so. But that's about it. Just been doing this all day. I'll have some more videos, probably. I don't know, but I won't be home until, well, a couple days. But yeah, in Seattle, having a good time. Not Seattle. Why do I keep calling it Seattle? It's Everett. It's like 50 miles from Seattle. It's right on the other side of the mountains. Near, I have family in Skycomish. That's why I'm over here. So, and my mom works at the fair. All you dickheads out there know she's not a carny. Little. Anyway, doing this. I've got my cousins competing in the pro stock race, not pro stock, but just stock car race on Saturday. And I don't think I'll be there to watch that. I think I'm working that day. Gonna get some money out here doing miscellaneous jobs for the vendors, since my mom's working and my dad is still home at the house. So since my mom will be working all the days, I'll just be out here doing certain jobs. Tomorrow I'm gonna wax this guy's motorhome for $300. I'm only gonna do like half of it. He said he'd give me $800 if I did the whole thing, but he already did half, so. I'll get a little bit of money there. I'll just run, basically just doing chores for the vendors and stuff, getting them food. The next day after tomorrow, I'm cleaning motocross bikes. Just kind of whatever people want to pay me. I don't know, it's just fun. I like the guys down at the pits, the managers down here, they're fun. And pretty good friends of mine, so. All in all, gonna be a fun week, somewhat. So I'll see you guys in the next video.